So just for the information of your members of the Honorable Press, the funds that we hold on this 4th of August event will be towards increasing our activities of what we have been doing over the last 4 years. So over the last 4 years, we have reached out to around about 2,000 over people here in Penang, of which around about 10 to 15% are patients. So we strongly believe that we have only reached to the tip of the iceberg, because statistically speaking, 1 in every 5 or 6 family will have a member that may have mental illness. That will mean that 1 in every 30 people roughly, and taking Penang's population of 1.5 million people, that will mean to say around about 50,000 people here in Penang may be suffering from mental illness. And as we all know, mental illness is a social taboo and a stigma. And it is not easy, and from our own experience, and from my personal experience, it's not easy to say, okay, there is this causes, if I come here, someone else may see me, and they see that, oh, I am potentially a person suffering from mental illness, and it is facts like that. The embarrassment that would prevent them from seeking help, even from the doctors themselves. And very often than not, a lot of these people turn to the normal traditional belief, like going to bomos, mediums, temple priests, and sad to say, again from my own personal experience of my parents, they have gone to see every bomo, every priest, every medium in town in order to help my brother, but to no avail. So this is an area that we hope that we will be able, the home will be able to reach out to help these people, because we all understand that through research, mental illness is a treatable illness, is a treatable disease, and recovery is possible. However, recovery is only possible if you have the medication, the education, the psychosocial therapy, that is something like cognitive therapy, whereby they teach the patient how to control their feelings, their beliefs, their moods, and their action. And they need also like community support services like the home, and they need counseling. So any patient with mental illness, if at the onset is able to have all or a few of these medication of these 5 areas concerned, the chances of recovery will be very bright. So it's in this respect that the home look forward to be able to play a contributive role towards helping our people. And it is also in this respect whereby Mr. Ninian Diblang together with Mr. Leong and Dr. Lai Fong Hua had conducted a course for all teachers counselors recently in Penang. It is the hope of the home that we will be able to do more preventive, thereby young people in their early signs of potential mental illness are being detected and supported, so thereby preventing them, their mental illness, from being full-blown subsequently in the later part of their life. So this is a Herculean task, because there are all in all just about 100 over secondary schools in Penang, and each school have around about 100,000 over students. So we are very encouraged, because from the seminar that we have conducted, the teachers are very keen. They share in our approach of reaching out to help the young students in the schools. So this is where we require funds. We require more volunteers. So any volunteers that are coming over here to the home, like Mr. Diblang and Mr. Lee Kai, Dr. Lim Mok San, and a lot of others, those people retire or those people in their younger life who believe they would like to reach out to help the needy, the ignorant, the poor people, and those who are helpless in terms of mental illness. And we know that what the consequences of mental illness will be, it will cost our nation billions of dollars in lost human resources. So we hope that the home will be able to play a role in these respects, and this is where we are very encouraged with the strong support, and I wish to thank all those donors, other than what I mentioned, like Vanessa Diamonds, this OE Design, the artists, and we do hope that in our future activities you will likewise continue to support us. And I would like to take any questions from the floor.
There's only one thing that I'd like to add, and that is the purpose of having the charity dinner is to actually raise funds so that we are able to carry on our work. And if the press can make that appeal for us with the articles that you write, we would be very encouraged by that. And essentially, we'll give you the telephone numbers and the website, that if people wanted to contribute as a result of the articles that you may be writing, that they have a way or a method to be able to get the donations to us. We are seeking donations beyond the ones that we are hoping to receive for the 4th of August. It's an ongoing process because the work is ongoing. So any help that we can get in that respect would be tremendous.
Yeah. We also look forward from an honorable member of the press, whereby we'll be able to receive your cooperation and assistance, whereby regularly we can have articles out, because educating the public is a very important thing. And personally, whereby I remember a case in this Shichong school that is right at the junction, the old dilapidated building, right at the junction of Transfer Road and Jalan Sultan Aslan Shah, whereby one mental patient has been chased by a crowd of people, and then he landed up himself on the roof of this building, which is about 3-story tall. Then the crowd soon gather more and more in numbers, and then this poor guy that is on top of the roof was very terrified, and he sort of said to the crowd below, if they are going to continue to harass him, he will jump. And I read in the papers, on the Star newspaper, the picture was taken exactly where he jumped off halfway in the air. He landed and he died. But before he jumped, the crowd below shouted and booed at him, jump, jump, jump. So the chorus gets louder, jump, jump, jump. And finally, he jumped to his death. I was so sad when I saw this article, and I said that these people who shouted jump, jump, jump are guilty of murder. They are, although it's not physically inflicted. So it is in areas like this, we would like to educate the public to have better understanding, to reduce the social stigma, the taboo, to have empathy for the people who are suffering from mental illness, so that we can become a more civilized and developed country, not only in terms of physical infrastructure, but in terms of mental understanding about issues and problems that human beings are thousand from this charity dinner. So we hope that the press will be able to support us in bringing this knowledge and information. And I'm impressed whereby I was told there was a foreign Samaritan when they read about one young girl suffering that needs to go for operation, and the State Exco for Health received a call from the general manager of one of the hotels to say that he had a guest and the money is here. It was required 20,000. Say the money is there to help this poor girl. So the press can play a very important, critical role in reaching out, not only in terms of educating the public, but also in terms of reaching out to those financially able people to be able to support us, and we see ourselves just as a bridge in getting those finances to be able to reach out to help more people. And it is our hope that the home, since its inception about 4 years ago, will be able to help, say, maybe about 10 times more people than what we have achieved over the last 4 years, because there's a huge number out there. And we could see this role that is incumbent upon the home. For example, we look forward to be able to conduct our courses other than in English we do come across some members that responded to us that are not so conversant in English. So they would probably like the course to be conducted in Bahasa Malaysia, in Mandarin, in Tamil. So we look forward that we will be able to do that. And we have the home over here started off with these premises, had another premises in Prai, because we realized that from the past there are people from Seberang Prai that comes all the way here to Penang. So we have set up another premises in Prai to cater to the needs, so that those people staying in Prai do not need to travel all the way to attend the courses over here.